So I want to show you all some footage in a minute. I'm going to show you some footage because there was a news reporter who worked for News Station News. His name was Evan Lambert. He had recently gotten arrested in Ohio because he was basically giving a live report and asking questions during an event that was actually orchestrated by the governor, Mike DeWine. And he was covering footage because apparently a few days ago there was a 50-car train derailment that was carrying these hazardous chemicals and substances, and the material was very explosive and it posed a deadly threat to all of the residents within the area in East Palestine. And so in order to keep the residents safe, they had evacuated the area around East Palestine, Ohio, and places near in Pennsylvania, and they scheduled a leak to slowly let out the gas. And so this man, Evan Lambert, had went to report because a lot of the residents wanted to know, if it was safe to return, and then they wanted to know, following forward, what was going to be happening, the protocol, I guess, and he was covering this. And so the police came up to him during this event, and they wanted him to stop recording, they wanted him to stop reporting, and he was apprehended. So I'm gonna insert the footage here so you can look at it yourself.
Lay flat, please.
You guys, he's a national correspondent. You cannot do this.
I'm a reporter with News Nation. It's all being recorded right now.
I hope it is.
This is horrible.
Because you can't talk to people about doing their jobs.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this.
What's that?
This is horrible.
This is what it's like to be a black reporter. In
Evan, I'm so
2023.
sorry. Evan, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Sia.
Roll over, sir.
Can you please listen to this because it hurts?
That one's a little tight, so we are.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much.
This is horrible.
Can someone help me?
Yeah, we're helping you.
Evan, I'm sorry. Oh my
She's
God.
the Pentagon is
Evan,
going to
I'm
enjoy
sorry.
hearing about it.
I can't.
Here, I'll help you.
What do you want to say to people watching this?
It's tough to do your job in America in 2023, but we'll keep doing it.
It has always been my practice that if I'm doing a press conference, if someone wants to report out there and they want to be talking to the people back on channel, whatever, they have every right to do that. So, that should not, if someone was stopped from doing that or told they could not do that, that was wrong.
Now, as you can see from that video, this is the extreme measures that we go to where this news reporter who has clearance, he's doing his job, he has clearance to be here to ask questions because, see, the people have a right to know. They want to know. They're concerned about their safety. They're concerned about what's going on because he's asking questions. He gets approached and then he gets arrested. Now he's facing 2 criminal charges, one of criminal trespassing and disorderly conduct because he was doing his job. And as he spoke out, as you saw, he's talking about this is what happens when he's doing his job. He's basically just doing his job, and this is what happens. Now, the reason why I'm covering this footage is because this is something that I've been talking about. It's synonymous with what is going on throughout the entire state of Ohio, throughout cities that are controlled by these principalities. People think, oh, it's the police. You're looking at the police. And I'm telling you right now, it's not the police. If you look at police, they have authority. Yes, they do. But police, the way they're trained is think of an attack dog. They're just giving their orders and they're already controlled to do something. And so when these principalities are operating over a city, over entities, not just, the police departments, but over every area within these states, this is how the behavior goes. You cannot question someone. You cannot, you cannot express your rights. It's like there's these extreme measures that people go to cover up things, to keep you in your place, to gain order. And I've talked about this numerous times. As you can see, I've been dealing with myself agencies here in the state of Ohio. I talk about all the time the Cuyahoga County Department of Children and Family Services, the foster care system, and juvenile courts, and how they have gone to extreme measures. Each time I speak out about my rights or ask a question or expose things on video, they have done extreme measures of, keeping my kids permanently, stopping visitations, taking my phone from my children and keeping us from talking to each other and communicating and contacting. They've retaliated. They've even gone to the extreme measures of one time, even having the police come to my home and taking me out and having me apprehended and forced involuntarily into a mental institution for 72 hours. They can only hold me for 72 hours. They didn't find anything, so they had to release me. But these are the extremes you go to. Now, as you can see, this man was arrested. He has security clearance to be there. He's doing his job, getting information that is vital for the residents after this event has happened, because these residents want to know, is it safe to return? And they want to know how this happened, and is this something that can be prevented? And because he's speaking out about it and giving out this information, this is what happens to him. And so it's like, this has been allowed to be covered up for so long. This stuff has been going on all throughout Ohio. It's been going out throughout all different places. And it's like different entities and different organizations are behaving in this manner, where you can impose such force upon a person and really completely strip them of their rights and retaliate against them because of what they're doing, or because they're speaking out and just basically asking questions. It's like this type of control and force should not even be allowed to happen. But if they treated this news reporter like this, who had rights, and he was violated this way, imagine how they're doing people like me, such as myself and other people who have no rights or no authority. They have no one to speak out for them, and they're taking their kids from them. They're retaliating against them. These children are being taken and they're kept away from them. They're retaliating in the schools, and different things are happening, and they don't want you to speak out about it. But you know, God has come to a point where they have not repented. They're still doing this evil, and they're still going on. And it's like things are being uncovered now. This is why incidents like this are happening. It's going to continue if they don't stop doing what they're doing. And it's like I said, these are principalities that are controlling over the entire state. These are powers, rulers of darkness that are controlling. This is why when people are in submission into Jesus Christ, they're not praying and they're not, following the guidance of the Holy Spirit. They're led and controlled by these influences. And this is coming from when a nation is rebellious and they do not come to God and they continue to stay in their sins. And this is what happens. So the church needs to start praying down these principalities and strongholds. And please start spreading and sharing these videos.